Only on 7 News, the CALL7 investigators asking questions after finding $1 million that's supposed to help Colorado's elderly going unspent.
These are senior citizens in need of critical dental help. CALL7 investigator Kelly Raybach finding that some have been waiting for years.
Not only waiting for years, but not getting any answers as to why their dental needs are going untreated. So we started looking into a little-known program that's supposed to help them. Only problem is, it's not.
I was a single mom, and I worked very, very hard raising 3 kids. I didn't get on the government programs and stuff like that.
After decades of working, Sandra Boyer is taking a little time for herself.
I worked sometimes 2 jobs.
Now on a fixed income, she can't afford the $800 it would take to replace the dentures she's worn for 40 years.
When you can't chew properly and eat properly, you have problems. And just overall health and feeling good about who you are.
I was really excited.
Mary Savoy is battling breast cancer, seizures, and is also on a fixed income. She says new dentures would be a blessing.
I'd look up and say, hey, thank you, Lord, finally.
Boyer and Savoy are among the 1,300 seniors in Denver waiting to be treated under a state initiative called the Old Age Pension Dental Assistance Program.
I was elated. I called my girlfriend and I said to her, geez, I'm going to get my teeth. And come to find out, no, you're not going to get them.
CALL7 investigators looked into the program, finding $1 million went unspent last year.
So I was really very, very disappointed.
I've been on the list for 3 years. I have contacted everybody that they've asked me to get whatever information they need, and I can't do anything else.
No dollar has been lost to a senior citizen in the state.
Steve Holloway sits on the Dental Advisory Committee, which runs the program, creating guidelines and awarding contracts for care.
We are doing our best to meet the needs of seniors in the community.
The program began in 1977, but in 2009, its budget was cut. It was recommended that the program move forward to be fully ready when funding was restored. And last year, funding was restored with a new $3 million annual budget. Did you spend all of the money last year?
No. Usually in the first year, there are a lot of administrative activities, like I'd mentioned before. Appointing a dental advisory committee, which is a group of independent advisors that guide the program decisions. We also are subject to Board of Health regulation, and that requires several months of activity.
CALL7 investigators also found incomplete voting records of how the committee awarded contracts. The position for a senior citizen on the committee left vacant, and a dispute with the state that led the largest provider to leave the program and cancel patient appointments.
At the end of their contract, they just decided that it was not of interest to them to continue with the program.
It's unacceptable to me if there are unnecessary delays due to, administrative hassles.
Senator John Kafalis has heard complaints about the program and notes problems like a lack of citizen representation on the committee.
And anytime you have consumers serving on these types of boards, I think that just enhances the process because it helps us to better understand the realities of folks that are being directly impacted.
That may be a possibility this time around.
When we asked for seemingly basic meeting records, we found in some cases they were unavailable. For instance, the record of which committee members specifically voted in November 2012 to allocate millions of dollars in contracts, quote, does not exist. That's important to know because some committee members are affiliated with organizations and institutions that have collectively received hundreds of thousands of dollars for the dental program. Have you heard about any of the problems?
I would just rather not get into that. I mean, I'm on this committee in order to help move this decision process forward, and I don't feel good at talking to people like you. So, okay.
Robert Berg chairs the University of Colorado's program that performs dental services for seniors. Do you see any conflict of interest?
Well, when I'm not part of the deliberations, I don't think I'm really on the committee when the dental school is considered.
But in March, records show he voted to renew the program's contract with CU.
That if you're going to directly benefit unit or, you know, a company or an organization that you're involved with is going to benefit, then you need to recuse yourself.
Though members of the committee deny any conflicts, Kafalis says the proceedings raise ethical questions.
That does not appear to have been occurring on all occasions.
Those who've been waiting on dental care for years wonder when the waiting is going to end.
If the money is there, why don't they make this a priority?
They say you can't fight the system. At least the story will get out and people will know what's going on.
Holloway says the $1 million that was left over from last year will be spent this year. We'll let you know if that happens. In the meantime, Senator Kafalis, who helped get the program funded again, may push to change the state's oversight process. Live in the newsroom, I'm CALL7 investigator Kelly Raybon.